My crystals have grown exponentially since my first video, and I think that this is mostly due to the fact that I took off the Kimwick off of the vial, because when I had it on, none of them were growing up until like 3 days ago, and then I took it off, and the day after I had a bunch of crystals. In order to calculate the theoretical yield of alum, you start with the 1 gram of aluminum that you started with in the form of aluminum foil, and then you can convert from grams of aluminum to moles of aluminum, because there are 27 grams in 1 mole of aluminum using the molar mass. And then you can convert that, which is a reactant in the first equation, to a product of the first equation, which is KAlOH4. So you can use stoichiometry to convert from moles of aluminum to moles of the product. And then since this is a product in the first reaction, but a reactant in the second reaction, you can again use stoichiometry to convert it to AlOH3. And then using the same logic, you can convert the AlOH3 to Al2SO43, and then do the same process again to convert the Al2SO43 to moles of KAlSO42 times 12H2O, or the alum crystals. And then you can use the molar mass of the alum crystals, which is 47.4 grams. And then, so now you have your answer in grams of alum crystals, which after doing all of the math, you come up with a theoretical yield of 35.14 grams of alum crystals. Using the theoretical yield and also the experimental yield, which we found during lab when we weighed the mass of alum, you can calculate the percent yield, which the equation for that is the experimental yield over the theoretical yield times 100%. So our experimental yield was 34.5 grams, and our theoretical yield was 35.14 grams, which when you divide those and multiply it by 100%, you get a 98.2% yield, which is very close to 100%. So that means that our experiment went well and that we almost produced exactly what we should have. However, some ways that we could have been below the theoretical yield is when we were washing the alum, if some of it went through the filter and so we lost some alum, or since all of the measuring devices have a percent error associated with them, it is nearly impossible to get a perfect measurement. So those two things could contribute to having less than 100% yield.